If you see a woman hitting a man, that's fine. If a man hits that woman back, that's a crime. You gonna call us beta males by running your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. You weak ass pussy worshiping cuck.
Greetings, all you witless miggy monkeys. Daddy Zeph here with another response video concerning your good uncle, Hairless Ape, the unbeatable intellect who's filled with words of wisdom that would make any cult leader jealous of his charisma.
All you people out there who are against MGTOW, why is it that you attack MGTOW?
Yo bro, why you attack MGTOW? No attack MGTOW. No attack MGTOW. MGTOW nice. Why you attack MGTOW?
You tell me that you understand that MGTOW is a reaction to the environment that men find themselves in, and you tell me that you believe in some of the things that MGTOW say.
I don't really mean to be a grammar Nazi, but was that past or present tense? You know, where you said the word say in place of the word says? Or were you trying to use the word said, indicating a statement made in the past? Never mind, my apologies. And yes, I understand and acknowledge the need for men's rights. I sure hope you're getting to a point.
But instead of being an intelligent person and attacking the cause of MGTOW,
you're absolutely correct. I should attack the cause of MGTOW, and since MGTOW is not a sentient being, and you are, then I believe it's safe to say that you, along with other red pill enthusiasts, are the cause of MGTOW. Now I know that you're trying to say that feminism is the cause of MGTOW, and if you have been paying attention, I'm against feminism as well. It's almost as if you're suggesting that MGTOW is a disease or something. Let's see.
you want to attack MGTOW, which is the effect of that cause. Think about it like this. If you had an illness, would you rather treat the symptom of the illness or would you rather treat the cause of the illness?
Finally, we agree on something. MGTOW is an illness that requires immediate treatment. You could almost say that it's an epidemic of sheer stupidity.
You, out of one side of your mouth, will say, yes, the family court system is fucked up, and out of the other side of your mouth, you say, be a man and deal with it.
Correct. The family courts are tipped in the favor of women, and yes, you should man up and do something about that. Kinda like the way MRAs, men's rights activists, are actually trying to enact political and social changes through debate, campaigns, and social projects, as well as the much needed research that you MGTOW seem to discard. However, you seem to think the unfair court system will just change itself if you just go your own way. Good luck with that.
Society thinks that women are so weak that they need to be taken care of. They don't want to put women in for the draft like men. They say that they want women to be equal, but they don't want to give them the same responsibility as men.
Wait a second. You're saying that society sees women as weaker than men? But isn't that the same assertion that MGTOW makes? So which one is it? Are they your equal, or are they weak? On one hand, MGTOW argues that women are not equal to men and are the equivalent to that of children, and yet you want those very women to be treated as men and sent to war? Do you realize how ridiculous your argument is? It's the equivalent of crying to your mommy and daddy because your sister got to stay up an extra 10 minutes, and you had to go to bed at your usual time. I'm sorry you feel that way. Daddy Zeph and the MRAs will look into that for you.
If you see a woman hitting a man, that's fine. If a man hits that woman back, that's a crime.
What? You feel that you should have the right to hit people, but most importantly, a woman? Apparently you never learned the concept of conflict resolution, de-escalation, or even civility. Maybe your dating approach has been wrong this whole time. Have you tried clubbing a bitch over the head yet?
Like, what time is it? 5 o'clock? Damn. Time to go rape me some fine bitches. Know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, totally. Like 5 o'clock. Bitch raping time.
And as far as MGTOW being nothing more than a bunch of beta males, I want to play a game with you, bro. It's called You Tell Me Your Life and I'm gonna tell you mine. I'm willing to bet that you, motherfucker, compared to me, are nothing more than a beta male. Everything that you think a man is and what makes an alpha man, guess what? I done it better than any of you motherfuckers out there, and I guarantee that.
Straight up, dog. That's what I'm fucking saying, homie. You show me your dick, dog, I'll show you mine. Wait, that's fucking gay, homie. What you talking about? Prove your status, you broke-ass scrub bitch, and I'll prove mine. I'm sorry, I can't keep that up. Get off your GTA 5 avatar that was most likely paid for with your mother's credit card and prove your status, bro.
When was the last time you were a fucking badass dude kicking down doors?
We live in civilized society. I've never had the need to kick down somebody's door. That's called breaking and entering. Wait a second, do you have a parole officer?
Shut your goddamn mouth, you fucking bitch-ass motherfucker.
Request denied.
You didn't tell me about who you are. Go ahead, tell me. Tell me what you've done.
With all due respect, I don't have to tell you shit.
When was the last time you did anything besides run your little fucking mouth about your opinions?
You're right. Those very opinions, especially the ones you don't like, are completely fucking dangerous. Just how Daddy Zeph likes them.
I'm gonna consider you a hypocrite, a weak boy, a fucking punk-ass bitch that needs to be punched in the motherfucking mouth for running that shit too much. You weak-ass pussy-worshipping cock.
I understand that you don't like pussy too much, and honestly, I appreciate the fact that you're so progressive. Don't worry, no one judges you for having a mouth full of dick.
Did you get custody of your kids? I got custody of mine, and I'll tell you, it took 10 fucking years, uphill battle, fighting every fucking day to get custody because the courts are biased, you bitch-ass cuck.
Well, damn. If you really did go through that, then it sounds like you've been through quite a bit. You served your country and went through a very lengthy battle in the unfair family court system, which is something that I agree with you on. It does need to be fixed. On those merits, you have my utmost respect, given that they are true. You fought for your country and you fought for your kids. And I would personally like to thank you for those many sacrifices. It's men like you who make life possible for the rest of us, and I wanted to acknowledge that. Now with that being said, shut the fuck up. Don't for 1 second presume to know a damn thing about me. I don't have to prove anything to some fucking MGTOW on the internet who hides behind a voice changer that tries to project wealth through the world of GTA 5. An ignorant MGTOW loser who blames the world, women, and whoever else as long as it's not you for your fucking problems. You decided to serve in the armed forces, and the very fact that you bitch about it taints the very sacrifice you made in the first place. And knowing that most drafts occurred from 1940 until 1973, then I know your punk ass was not drafted, which makes going to the military your personal choice. So stop crying about it. You ultimately chose who you decided to get involved with, who you decided to fuck, and ultimately who you allowed in turn to fuck you. And you are responsible for how you choose to overcome the traumatic events in your past that are, from the looks of you, self-inflicted. It's up to you to get up off your ass, put that game controller down, as well as that 40-ounce beer that you keep telling yourself is just the first one, which happens to be spilling onto your new shirt as we speak. And for fuck's sake, pull your goddamn pants up. You look like a fucking mangina advertising his booty to the nearest cock that's looking for a good thrust. And look up at me while I'm talking to you. Hanging your head down only betrays your desire to hide your shame through the very body language that you exhibit to others. Newsflash, jackass. The world can be a bitch. Stop crying about it, lift that cute pink skirt of yours, grab your balls, and start acting like a fucking man. I'm sure your drill sergeant had his hands full with you. I can only imagine how frustrated he was trying to turn a stubborn young teenage girl into a fucking soldier.
You fucking piece of shit. I even got kids from bitches that are married to men like you dumb fucking faggot.
Interesting. Sounds like you've been getting around. I wonder what the theory of hypergamy, at least the MGTOW female-centric version of hypergamy, has to say about that.
Do you know how to fucking fix a car? Do you know how to fix shit, bro? Do you know how to change a tire? Do you know how to fish, hunt? Do you know how to do anything?
Well, since I'm indulging you, why not enjoy the pissing contest? To answer your question, yes. Not only can I rebuild a car engine, but I can also design them if I so desired. Let's just say I'm a jack of all trades, from computers to mechanics, and a master of none. I also love to hunt, primarily deer, since it tastes the best. And no worries, I know how to butcher those cute little bitches right there in the field. But I'm sure you're a fucking amateur who stabs right into a buck during the gutting, puncturing the piss bladder and ruining dinner for everyone. If your skills in the bedroom are anything like your skills at hunting, then I'm sure you wouldn't be able to hit the G-spot on a gigantic 30-pound pussy. It's probably the very reason why you're MGTOW in the first place.
Run your mouth like a motherfucking bitch. That's all you do. Shut the fuck up. If you got a problem with MGTOW, you better come correct. You better have merit, and you better be able to prove that you're not a fucking hypocrite. You better be able to prove that you are that alpha man. You're gonna call us beta males, but you don't prove anything by running your fucking mouth.
I don't mean to change the topic, but have you checked in with your parole officer yet? I wouldn't want you to have to go back to prison due to some technicality. Oh, and don't you think it's a little hypocritical of the man hiding behind a GTA 5 avatar asking the alien to prove himself? I don't have to prove shit. You're the one that asserts that you're high status, so therefore you have to prove yourself. Get out from behind the GTA 5 avatar and show us who you really are. Until then, we're all going to have our suspicions that you're possibly a female using a voice changer, or you're a kid who's been reading a lot from the MGTOW forums and watching a lot of YouTube videos, or you simply could just be a Poe. Who knows? But if minimal, then you don't want to show your face, and I'm pretty sure why you don't want to, then at least show us your real voice. You know, kind of like how I'm using my real voice. So if anything, I'm showing more than what you're showing. Until then, I've got you pegged as nothing more than a sofa gangster. The type of gangster who sits on the sofa and watches other gangsters and wishing he could be an actual gangster.
Any man who attacks another man's non-violent, non-threatening way of life without offering some form of hope or inspiration to do better is not an alpha man.
So by your definition of what an alpha man is, then you're asserting that a pastor would be more likely to survive the dangers of the world as well as pass on their genes to the next generation? Oh no, once again I'm picking up on that Jim Jones MGTOW cult vibe.
What's interesting about beta men is they always measure what an alpha man is by superficial standards, superficial measurements or indicators.
MGTOW pot calling the kettle black. MGTOW measures women by superficial standards based on the female-centric hypergamy. MGTOW then uses hypergamy to assess a man or woman's sexual marketplace value. That sounds very superficial, don't you agree?
Any man that is constantly using intellectual language without having real down-to-earth communication is a man that lacks life experience in hardship.
So you assert that if, let's say, a medical doctor had been through some tough shit in their life, that somehow those experiences of hardship would make them better at, say, treating an illness? I myself had a bit of a hard life, and I grew up in what we called the hood. And I don't ever remember gaining any knowledge on human anatomy, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and so forth. The only thing I got from hardship was a resounding lesson on how to navigate any similar situations much differently than the way I originally did. What you're talking about is street smarts. Street smarts is not a prerequisite for functional intelligence. Now I understand you may not understand something or possibly all of what I just said, so let me dumb it down for you. I just called you stupid.
You know, a true intellectual, a true intelligent person doesn't have to prove anything. Therefore, they can speak and communicate in a down-to-earth fashion that is relatable to everybody else.
Okay, so I see that you want me to continue to dumb it down for you. Duly noted.
And then they save their intelligent intellectual communication for those pseudo-intellectuals, those assholes who think they know everything.
No true Scotsman fallacy, grammatical errors coupled with inferiority complex. This just keeps getting better and better.
Some of the world's biggest cases of mistaken identity are from those so-called intellectuals who have trouble remembering that they are not God.
Well, I don't know anything about being God, but when I was fucking your mother, she was screaming, "Oh Jesus, oh Jesus."
Oftentimes, you will find that they use satire to attack other people and what other people believe because it doesn't fall in line with what they believe.
I'm sorry, are you feeling attacked? Do you need your safe space?
Bulletproof windows, troll safe doors, nothing but kindness in here.
You might call me a pussy, but I won't hear you in my safe space. My safe space.
Well, I would like to continue responding to the insecure rants marinated in the cesspit of potent inferiority, projection, and verbatim readings from Wikipedia, but I do have to plot the invasion of this shithole you guys call a planet. I look forward to his response, which will most likely be either his raised voice demanding to know how much I bench, or he might actually decide to read straight out of a children's novel. Whatever it may be, I'm very eager to watch that video. For my fans, this has been your dose of Orange Pill. And for the hopeless ape, this has been your dose of Orange Suppository. Remember to bang that dislike button the way I banged Hopeless Ape's mother last night. Also remember to subscribe so that you don't miss any opportunities to get severely triggered. I will see you again soon. And remember, try not to get your fifis hurt. Take care.
But in the process, we find monkeys turn out quite a bit of absolute junk.